Good morning, traders. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks, and this is Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. I want to welcome you to my video blog and trade ideas. Okay, so the SPY did it again. We popped right up here and held good. For the most of the day, the SPY looked like it was going to give much of its gains back from its gap, but it ended up closing up quite nice. Let's take a peek at diamonds real quick. Diamonds popped up, held well. This 295, let's take a look at the weekly chart. And I just have this marked at the recent high, the February highs over here. So there's still room for the diamonds to run and grab that 295 area, assuming the bulls stay in charge. IYT's moving up pretty nice. Just a quick look at the weekly chart so we can take a look at the highs here. And let's watch that 203.50. That's what we'll use as a target for right now. And let's take a look at VXX. VXX has still in a downtrend. There still appears to be no fear at all. Yesterday closed fairly good. But without follow through, it won't mean anything at all without follow through. Now, if we do manage to get over 24.60 today, I'll take a little interest on that. And if we close today, maybe even tomorrow, over 24.95, then I'll take a big interest on that one. And then, of course, if it breaks out of our trend indicator, our red dots here, and those dots turn green, so price would be above the trend indicator, then I'm going to take a very, very large interest in VXX. Okay, I want to go back to the SPY real quick. I kind of blew through that. So the SPY has gapped up and closed quite well. It appears that we're going to see a higher move today. It looks like the market's going to open up a little bit higher about this 344.20. Keep in mind that this is pretty early in the morning here, and the market still has an hour and a half or so before it opens up. So all kinds of things can happen. Remember that I get asked by an awful lot of people I get people that ask about the Road to Wealth account. And the Road to Wealth account is the account I trade with members every day. That's the account I'm looking at, and we've recently made some changes. I'm going to be talking about that tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So watch your emails. You'll be getting an invite, and it's open to the public if anyone would like to come in and ask questions about it. But what my plan is to double that account this year. I did it a couple years ago, and up 1,400%, $5,000 to $75,000 in about 2 years, a little over 2 years. And I've decided to do that again, so I've got another new account that I've opened, and we'll be talking about that, like I said, at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. This is Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. Okay, let's take a look at some trade ideas today. Let me go get them. Sorry about that. I should have had them already up for you. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at CCL. Now, I'm already in RCL. Oh, by the way, toward the end of the video, I'll go over a couple of trades that I bought yesterday and maybe a few plans that I have today for them. So CCL, I'm already in RCL. I'm going to go to that. I'm already in RCL, and I'll be looking to take profits up into this area somewhere, just because it's the way of the road to wealth. Base hits, they rule. It's amazing what base hits will do for you, and that's what I'll be doing here. But today, I've got CCL on the list. This is what we call a rounded bottom breakout. This is my favorite strategy of all time. Right here. And this is where price has been in a downtrend, it starts to curl up and it closes up over the 50-day simple moving average. Basically, anything between the 200 and the 50, this is the 200 period, that's the 50 simple moving averages. That's inside there, that's the rounded bottom breakout, providing there's 10% profit to the 200 up here. So I'm looking at CCL and I'm thinking that we have a ride up, 15%, 10-15% before it gets a little bit questionable up here. I'm looking for it to stabilize and then move on up further toward the 200-day simple. So right now we have a low, a high, a higher low. You can see the trend that we have building here like that. Nice little doji bottom curled up. Big follow through on some pretty good volume yesterday. Pretty good volume. So watching this CCL for an entry. What I'm going to be doing is looking for an entry somewhere in this neighborhood, and then we have a profit target of anywhere from 8 to 10% from this point right here. So let's see. There we go. There we go. So we'll be looking for something up into this, maybe dotted deuce up here, which that's closer to 18%. Alrighty, the next one I'm putting on the watch list today. These are a couple of new ones on the watch list too. In fact, all but one, maybe two, are brand new to the watch list. Love Southwest Airlines. Southwest had a terrific gap up yesterday. You can see the volume is hanging right in there. We've tested the dotted deuce right here. We pulled back to the 50. Now we're back at the dotted deuce. I'm looking for that 200 to get tagged over the next couple of weeks. So what I'm going to be shopping for is an entry in this area right here. One of my favorite entries is a inside day entry. Inside day is what I'm looking for is yesterday, meaning this candle right here, being a quality, good solid candle, relatively large compared to recent candles. And then I'm looking for an inside day over here like that. And that limits my cost, lowers my risk. I'll be using a stop either here or the previous day's candle. All depends on the chart itself and maybe a little market condition. So I'll be looking for that entry. Entry may not be today. Could be the next day. Could be the next day over here. But I will be watching for that entry. And then I'll be looking for that nice move up toward the 200-day simple moving average up into here. So Love, LUV, is looking like a pretty decent trade right now. Car has actually been on the watch list. You may have already been following it, and we put that out there a week ago or something like that. And here we've rallied up. Let's just put a line right in there. We've rallied up, we've broken out, and then we pulled back, put a nice little bottom, and now we're starting to come up. I'm going to come over here and put a line at this high over here. I still think we come up and challenge at 36 and a quarter, and I also think we break out of this area. So make sure you do keep your stops on. Watch this market. This market, we're getting a little stretched out. So be careful. Be prepared for a little correction, not bearishness, just correction that may be coming in the next week or so. We'll be watching for that. Well, back to car. Sorry, I digress sometimes. Car's making a nice bullish J-hook continuation pattern. So again, watch for that 36 and a quarter breakout, and then we'll watch for something around the 41.90 area for the next target on car. VIAC, this is another one that was on the watch list here a couple of weeks ago, and now it's getting ready to do its thing. We've got a little pullback here right to the to the trend indicator. Trend indicator's nice and green, indicating a bull trend. We've got a little Morningstar, it's in the Morningstar family. It's in the Morningstar family here. Great candle yesterday. Watch for that breakout of 28.50, and then we could move right on up into the 30 to the 31 area up here. I apologize. I have to keep stopping the recording and taking a little drink of water in my throat. I'm still fighting a cold, head cold, and it's really hard to talk sometimes, to push the words out. Hey, HBI. HBI was shared by one of our members in Hit Run Candlesticks yesterday, and as a possible trade. And I totally agree. I think this has possibilities. Nice little rally up. Right in here, let's put a line. Right in, that's high. We broke out. Now we're back testing that resistance line. A couple of dojis here. Nice little bullish candle yesterday. Pretty good volume yesterday. Let's see if that can put together a string of bullish candles. Now remember, it doesn't mean it has to move up today. It could take another 3 or 4 days before it gets up there. In fact, we could end up doing something like this, where we move up a little bit and actually pull back a little bit before we start climbing and making money. But we'll be keeping an eye on HBI. Another one is XRT. If you like looking at ETFs, XRT, the retail ETF, is looking pretty good. This is a classic, just an absolute classic bullish J-hook continuation pattern setting up right here. And here we are on breaking out. Once we get that breakout confirmed, then we're looking for that J-hook to continue up. And I would look for something up into the 55, maybe even 56 area up here on XRT. Another one I'm watching is STZ. STZ, kind of a rounded top, which in the big picture, this is not necessarily a good thing right here. That's actually more of a bearish setup. And the bears had their chance to take it down, but it looks like the bulls are starting to come back up. And I really like the way this chart pattern has handled itself the last couple of weeks here. We've gone from a red trend indicator to a green trend indicator. We had a nice little breakout here after a low, high, higher low breakout. And now we've just consolidated for the last few days. And then yesterday popped us out over the consolidation mark. So I'm kind of thinking that this here may have a date with a recent top up here. So that puts us in the neighborhood of 189 to 192 up here to get you to 190. So we'll watch that one for a trade. Monster, MNST. So let me check some. Yeah, MNST, excuse me. Nice trend here. Great consolidation. And now we have a low, and then we have another low over here, rising. Doji continuation pattern setting up, little engulf down here. So what I'm watching for is a breakout. We start that breakout, and then I'm looking for something into the 91 plus area up here for a target or profit zone for MNST. All right, I'm going to grab a quick drink of coffee. I'll be right back, and let's talk about a couple of trades that I took yesterday. All righty. Thanks, everyone, for hanging in there. So yesterday, a couple of trades I took, and I was asked about these trades yesterday. Are these trades that's in the Road to Wealth account? And I want to remind everybody again, that is the account I'm trading. So yes, every trade I take is part of the Road to Wealth account. Now, I also want to caution every trader out there to be your own trader, to make your own trades, and to learn how to trade. Do not, I repeat, do not just copy trades I or anybody makes. You will not make money. And I know that doesn't track correct, I was able to push a $5,000 account into a $75,000 account in a little over 2 years. And that doesn't mean that you'll be able to do it just because you follow the trades. So the trick is to learn how to trade. The answer is in the charts. And it does take a bit of education. And that's one thing we offer. If you're interested, we can show you how to do this. I can show you exactly what I look for, exactly how I trade. But you can't just follow the trades. I promise you this. So you must trade your own trades. And, we're here to help you if you need some. Okay, here we go. So Disney. I bought some Disney yesterday on the gap up. I use a tool called Live Trading Alerts. And without that tool, it would not be possible to do what I've done with the Road to Wealth account in the past, nor would it be possible to do what I plan to do with the Road to Wealth account for 2021. But the scanner started alerting me, and I got into Disney here fairly early, and it's working out pretty well. So around that 128.75, 80 area. I did buy an option on it, a directional call, simple directional call, and it ended up closing up yesterday quite nice. So I'm pretty happy with that trade so far, up 12% right now. It looks like it's maybe gapping up a little bit today. It looks like it's gapping up around that 131.50. Again, the market still has an hour and a half before it opens, so anything can happen. But it's always nice to buy something one day and have it gap up the next day after a move like this. So this is what we teach you. This is what I can help you with. So if you're interested, come on over. Another chart that I bought yesterday was LYV. LYV, here you go. And yes, this is in the Road to Wealth account. Now, I bought this yesterday relatively late. I bought it late in the day. Even buying it late in the day, I'm still closed yesterday, up 5%. And it looks like it's gapping up a bit today around that 54, we'll call it 55 area up here. So that looks like it's going to pay off quite well. Now, I can't say whether or not I'm going to close it today or not. Just not sure because I don't know what today is going to bring us here. But right now, I would be looking for maybe a target up here into the 58 area. We'll see if it can come up and challenge this top of June 8th. So anyway, nice bullish trend here. You can see we rallied up, pulled right back to our trend indicator. The signals started showing us signs that the bulls are still around. The sellers were not. Yesterday we started popping, and like I said, I bought this late in the day. Alrighty, that is the trade ideas, and that's what I did yesterday. Again, if you're listening to this recording, if you're not doing anything tonight, come on over tonight. We'll be doing, in the combination room, it's public, we'll be doing a webinar tonight on, the title of it's Let's Do It Again. Let's take a small account and double it, and then double it, and then double it. I'll see everybody then. You guys all take care. Again, thanks for watching my YouTube video.